Okay, looks like we are now live. I do need to check my audio levels. Let's see. Yeah, everything looks good there. Positioning my little microphone. All right, so um, that we can close and that I will put down there. Actually, I'm going to move. I'm just moving stuff around on my desktop here. Just getting things all set up. Oh, that okay. I see what's happening. There we go. There we go. Now, let's make sure that the stream is in our Facebook group because people get very mad when that they join the group and that they miss out on some of my stuff only because I forget to share it. And that's a me problem. I understand. Uh, I really need to see if there's some way that I can automate this. Okay. How is everyone this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we are good on Facebook there. Uh, just looking through my messages here on Twitter. That's yeah. There's some groups that I'm in on Twitter that you know I have fun with. Some people who like they prefer to reach out to Twitter. That's actually the platform that I'm most comfortable with is Twitter. I find it very easy to use. I'm really liking how Elon Musk is updating their functionality. I know people do not like Elon Musk, but he is actually trying to make Twitter into something that will compete and do away with a lot of this other social media. Now, that's been my problem with Facebook is Facebook has tried to do what everyone else is doing, but they do it very badly. Um, just horribly. So, yeah, with what Elon's doing, it's like I do have faith. I've seen the stuff that he's done already with Twitter, and I think they're great changes. Like I said in one video, I had people Facebook call me, and it was great. It was a clearer call than what I get on WhatsApp. And all my international friends, I have WhatsApp because they all use WhatsApp. But and WhatsApp has some pretty good calling features, but Twitter was clearer in my opinion, much better call. I was inside of a building uh, that is a bomb shelter, so it should have been roboting and cutting out and doing all that other stuff, but it wasn't. It wasn't doing any of that. It was like I was on a cellular call. It was crystal clear. So that uh, that was uh, that was a big thing, um, for me. I'm getting a couple of these stories ready here. I gotta go to archive because I'm tired of these places trying to make us pay for their stories. It is so stupid. Okay, so these are not automatic. I okay. So some of these places I'm just done with. Just so done with. Um, where do you guys get your news? Um, I actually get most of my news from Twitter. I find it to be the most responsive. I'm convinced that Twitter and to a lesser extent Locals, before Elon bought Twitter, I was convinced Locals was going to replace Twitter because it's just as responsive. And I find news stories happening live on Twitter that it takes minutes for it to show up on other social media platforms, even though I follow a lot of the same type of groups and stuff like that. So that's why I think Twitter is absolutely here to stay. Locals as well. I think Locals is the only one that can. Oh, actually, you know what? I have an idea. You guys all gave me a very quick idea as I'm talking to you about all this stuff. Uh, oh, okay, there we go. Uh, Sorry, I'm just doing production stuff. Ignore the man behind the curtain. There we go. I haven't tried to do this uh, with an incognito browser, so I'm gonna try that because a lot of these places allow you to do. They allow you to read their stuff with cookies not enabled, and you can read it. You coming up? You got something for the show this morning? Come on up here. Come here. Okay, I got Conspiracy Kitty down here. We'll see if he wants to make an appearance on the show. And here comes Glory. Here, I'll say good morning. Say good morning to everyone. Say, you've been such a good girl. You've been such a pretty girl. Yeah, I love you. Yeah. We don't have to really go anywhere today. We do have family flying in. They got stuck in Chicago, so we'll be going to the airport. Yeah, you get to see your grandma. Say, I love my grandma. She spoils me. Yeah. Say, Daddy keeps me on task with all my training and everything, but grandma comes in and says, nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna treat her like a pet, and I'm gonna ruin all of her training. Yeah. Say, yeah, because grandma sneaks you food from the table, and we don't do that. Or at least I will never do that. Yeah, my mom spoils this dog. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm just adjusting. I still. There we go. All right, let's see if this will work with incognito. Ooh, we're working. It's working. Yeah. Oh. All right. Okay. So we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Let's see. Okay. Open that one. Uh, you guys, is there anything? I do need to check out that video. You know what? I will look at that on today's thing. The one of the cops in Tennessee, where the woman ended up in the river, handcuffed in the cop car in the river. I got to check that one out. That was the one that KC in the live stream the other night told me about. So I want to watch that video. So we'll do that today as well. So don't remind me to not get off the stream unless I watch that one. Because, yeah, we fight harassment and corruption here, and we don't put up with any BS. Um, I have not heard if John and Lynette have been arrested yet. I do know that that is coming. Without a doubt, that will be coming. Um, I okay, okay. I'm just checking all my stuff here before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this stuff. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So the judge in the Trump case says that Fani Willis can stay on the case, but only if her former romantic partner leaves. I think this is going to be a huge mistake that's going to blow up in his face. The whole thing, the problem is this taints the case. You know, regardless how you feel about Trump or the case, whenever you have a case like this, whenever these type of things get injected, it just taints it. Um, so it's going to push back the start of the trial regardless. I don't think it's going to start um, before the what's it? Oh, why is it not on the? So okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I changed some of my controls on the. Okay, I see what's going on. I changed some of my controls on the Stream Deck so I can better transition stuff. So I apologize. But yeah, whenever you do these trials or anything, you have to keep everything what they call above the bar. It's got to look like it's been done. You know, I don't want to say perfectly, but done without any type of undue influence or anything. And she just made a huge mistake. She should never have gone to the White House. That was a big mistake. Sorry if the microphone is on camera, but that's what you get. Um, deal with it. You'll get nothing and like it. uh, I gotta get a Marine Corps hoorah on that. Putin and Russian war. It's over and done with. The, Russia has gotten its areas of Ukraine that are traditionally Russian speakers, Russian culture. Those people, they feel like they're Russians. Ukraine ain't getting it back. It's very hard to hold a land area where the people don't identify with you as their leader. And that's how people in the Crimean Peninsula feel. There's many Russians. There's many Russian transplants there, and they don't feel Ukrainian. So it would be incredibly hard, even if Ukraine were to push Russia out. It would be incredibly hard for them to hold on to that. Um, it's now Russian land, I think, until something changes. Um, at least 20 killed in attack while waiting for aid, Gazan officials say. Whatever. That's uh, do a peace deal. That's my whole thing on that. Do a peace deal. Um, why a Native American nation is challenging the U.S. over a 1794 treaty. This could be interesting, and it's not going to let us. I'm not. I'm not buying your subscription. I thought. Oh, you know what? Here's the way around this. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Open a new tab. Archive.org. New York Times, this will work. When I was doing it on other sites, it wasn't working. But New York Times, it'll absolutely work. Search text, go. No? Uh, let's see if that works. Why is it giving me... Search archived websites. Boom. That's what it should be doing. I've not had this problem before. Have you guys ever had this problem with the Internet Archive? Did they... Oh, they don't have today's archived. Annoying. Annoying. Okay, so... And I should sign up. I think there's some free things I can do for a couple of these sites. I know for the Washington Post, uh, being a veteran, I believe we get free access to the Washington Post. Um, yeah, okay, so my family was sending me, my family's in Ohio, and they were sending me a lot of the stuff. Apparently, Wapakoneta, Ohio was hit really hard, Van Loo, Indian Lake, which was a little bit scary to me because when my parents moved, they were looking to buy on a lake, and they almost they almost bought Indian Lake, and yeah, this is talking about Indian Lake area. This was picked up by the Daily Mail, I know as well. Uh, yeah, 2:30 p.m. on Hanover 1 second. Yeah, so I was getting stuff. Police in Logan County, Ohio said 2 people died in Logan County. That's a very poor area of Ohio. They called it a mass casualty event. Uh, People injured in Winchester, Indiana. I don't know where Winchester is. Um, but yeah, there were some really good uh, photos. Is this the? Yeah, this is the double. Let's watch this. Two, a double funnel. Look how fast those things move. How fast they form and dissipate. And it moves all into one. One big one. This guy's like my dad, just lets his phone ring. Dude, silence your phone. um, I got Theodore in here. Can I share some good news about veterans? Always. Whatever you guys in the chat want to discuss, throw in there. I know I had some people complaining yesterday about my lives that I was all over the place. Well, yeah, that's what the live is for. It's a stream of consciousness. If I do a video, it will be very polished. It'll be edited and stuff like that. That I promise you. But if it's alive, you're just going to get me live. And this is how my brain works. Everything is fast. But anything you guys throw in the chat that you guys want to talk about, I absolutely want to talk about. So while Theodore gets that going, I do want to talk very quickly about a Marine. There's a Marine on base. And I was talking with him yesterday. I've known for a while he's a very good artist. Now, I don't want people to donate. Okay? That's not what this is for. I do not want people to donate. But if anyone out there has a business or knows anyone with a business that does any type of like graphic design or anything, if they have an old tablet that's more geared towards something that an artist could use and would like to help me get it to this Marine, you can, if you reach out to me, veterannation at protonmail.com, we can start talking. I can put you in contact directly with the Marine. But I would love, I can get, if you donate it to him, we'll do it through Veteran Nation. And I can get you a receipt where essentially you donate to me, I donate to him, but it'll go directly to him. I would love to get that set up because this is a Marine who definitely wants to showcase his talents. I think it's, he's very lower enlisted, so having a way to make spare money on the side is always smart as a military member. And if he ever decides to get out, this is a really good way for him to transition effectively, to have something already ready, or to be able to show, hey, I've been doing this for a number of years. Because when you transition, it's hard for people on the civilian side to understand what your job in the military was. Well, with him, if he can say, "Oh yeah, I was," which he is a data Marine, but I did graphic stuff, and here's my work, and can show it on the tablet. Everyone understands that, and it will help him if he decides to transition out. If he decides to stay in, it's a secondary income source. So it's one more military member that we have who won't be on food stamps. How ridiculous is that? That they expect our military to go on food stamps. Even our E4s, which is a supervisor. Those are corporals. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what their top headlines are. Shades of Pemberley Bookstore. I don't even know what that is. Is that a chain? Not a clue. Isha Curry says Steph is godfather to Lindsay Lohan's son by proxy. Okay, who cares? When was the last time Lindsay Lohan did something? I think the last time was she in that movie Machete? That was like like 2016. Um, what is travel greenwashing? Here's how to spot it. I'm just a little bit interested to see what this is. How how green is your next vacation? Okay, if you're taking a plane, it's not green. Okay. uh, travel travel consumes precious natural resource, pollutes the environment, and punches a hole in the ozone layer. Probably already know that most vacations are not green, but the travel industry know? Yeah, they don't care. Like it's their industry. Why should they? If we're not going to get China and India on board with green stuff, it's futile. I'm not going any further with that. Don't care. Okay, is milk? Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized I don't have the thing up. Is milk bad for you? Okay, my whole life, all 40 plus years, they've been asking, is milk good for you? Yes. The problem is we do a lot of stuff to our food here in the U.S. We pasteurize and stuff like that, so that's the problem. Milk is a highly nutritious food, packed with protein, fat. Unless someone has an allergy, milk is not objectively bad for you. A lot of people used to think because of the high fat content it was bad, but fat's good for you is what we found. The right fats are good for you. 90% of Americans don't get enough dairy, defined as cow's milk, lactose-free milk, fortified soy milk, yogurt, and cheese would benefit from more fat-free or low dairy. I actually switched to organic milk, and it because I don't drink milk every day, but if it only lasts a week, I have to dump it out. So I switched to organic because that stays good for like 3 weeks. So for me in my lifestyle, that works best. Many registered dietitians want to do with the idea of certain foods being unhealthy. Uh, you make daily deposits and withdrawals over your health. Da, da, da. One single choice cannot worsen your health. So, okay, that doesn't really answer the question that they ask here. And here's the thing: as a journalist, I know that if they're not answering the question within the first two, three paragraphs, they're not going to get to. There's no answer to the question. So, moving on. Okay, Theodore, he has. This is out of Tampa, Florida. These veterans are using creative arts as a healing modality. I have benefited profoundly and try to share with as many vets as possible. That is really, really great. And I'll tell you right now, I've talked about this on the show. Uh, in my life and my journey with PTSD, uh, I have found that spray paint art videos are amazing. Like they are great for my PTSD because they're very relaxing and the sounds, the ASMR sounds, put me in another mode. I They have helped me tremendously. So I just watch those videos of people doing spray paint art, and then I've had CJ, who's a friend of the show. If you're in our Facebook group chat, he's in there. He's a guy who does spray paint art out of South Carolina, and he's a great guy. He's been trying to do a lot of stuff with veterans. So that's really good. If you can share the name of that program, because I know there's a lot of veterans in Tampa. I got a very good friend there. There's a lot of people out of CENTCOM down there. So if you could share the name of that program or how people could, get to it, I think that would be great. Uh-oh. Are you coming up? You coming up? A little bit? A little bit? He's thinking about it. Conspiracy care. Is this a... Oh, okay, here he is. Conspiracy Kitty. What are you doing? What do you want to talk about? What conspiracies? He's gonna lay on the keyboard and screw up the thing this morning. Okay. All right. Thank you. So he's just chilling on my desk this morning. But yeah, I think art is a really great way for. It's a great outlet for veterans, whether it be music, whether it be physical art. I think it's just a really good way for veterans to just deal with some of the BS stuff that we have to deal with. It's, it's an emotional release. All good art is emotional, so absolutely. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I hope someone. I see you've got a guitar in your avatar. Uh, have you done any of those programs where they try to teach music to veterans? I've got a very busy day today. That's why I'm doing this. I slept in a little bit. That's why I'm doing this a little bit later. But I am okay. Hi, hi. Okay, he's in my lap now. I don't know if you guys can hear him purring, but yeah, he wants attention. Um, Rarely does this cat ever want attention from me, but if I come onto the stream, then he wants attention. Yep. Say, I'm a lovable, lovable kitty. And say, I am the hunter. I am the hunter of the house. So that way, uh, let's see, we out here, things that try to get in your house are plentiful. Rats, scorpions, snakes. We've had snakes try to get in the house. We've had what else? Oh, tarantulas. But I'm not a person who's scared of spiders. So tarantula coming in the house doesn't bother me at all. Even the scorpions, it doesn't bother me. I, you know, they're kind of like bees. They don't bother me, but I don't want to be stung. I do play. Started with Guitar for Vets. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that program. This is my second year in the Creative Arts Festival. I placed third nationally with an original piece. That is awesome, dude. An amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing that this morning. And yeah, I Guitar for Vets, great program. So if you're a veteran or you know a veteran, if I remember correctly, they will actually get you a guitar if you sign up. Uh, we have one down in Indio, California. So for me, it's a bit of a drive, but I do know it fills up very fast. So people who have instruments, reach out to them because I do know they take instruments. They'll even take ones that need a little bit of work and fix them up for a veteran. And great program. And that's one thing I'm really excited about this talent show for the kids tonight because you've I've just seen so many of these kids start off with they want to perform but they don't have the confidence, and they don't have the confidence, but as we've progressed and we've rehearsed, they're getting more and more confidence, and you can just see it. Like, you can see it in their eyes, you can tell it in their body language, and that's the thing. Some of these kids do have some really good talents, and it never would get a chance to be on display. And then we got Stacy this morning. Good morning. Just stop by to say hello and say have a good weekend. Thank you so much, Stacy. Yeah, it should be a very good weekend. Like I said, I've got family in town. We're talking about doing a couple things. Uh, we actually might go visit the USS Iowa this weekend. That's what we're looking at. Okay, can you get up here or get down? No. Conspiracy kitty, everyone. You want to talk about conspiracies? What conspiracies are going on right now? I do know. Well, we had the shuttle yesterday, so we can talk about astronauts going to the moon. I don't believe. I'm not one of those guys who believe that was faked because there's been other countries to the moon, and had we faked it, like Russia going to the moon, it would have behooved them to have proven that we faked it. That's why I don't believe it. But back on to the headlines. Unless if you guys have a story that you want me to look at, put it in the chat. Russians vote in an election where Putin is always the winner. Yeah. It's essentially a dictatorship. It's a loose dictatorship, but dictatorship. Every socialist country is on path to become a dictatorship. That's how they're built. Okay, now we got Gloria up here trying to spill my coffee. The dog gets very jealous of the cat getting any attention. And this is your guys' playtime. You should be playing right now. McDonald's aware of outages impacting some restaurants globally. Okay. Uh, uh, is this about the ice cream machine? Have they ice cream machine outages? Technology patrons were not loving it. Oh, who wrote this? Kinsey Crawley. That okay. I see what you did there. Good job, Kinsey. I love when journalists do those little jokes. We are aware of a technology outage which impacted our restaurants. The issue is now being resolved. Reads the statement. Okay. We thank customers for their patience and apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused. Chicago-based company. They're Chicago-based now. They were San Diego-based. Um, Afternoon from a sunny but chilly Ireland. Ooh, yeah. It'll be sunny but chilly here. That's Thank you for joining the stream again, Dolores. I remember you from the other day. Um, what part of Ireland? Like I said, I've been to Shannon. Got stuck in that airport for several hours. The people there were incredibly nice. I've got a good friend in Dublin. I got another couple friends up north there in it's Northern Ireland. Uh, Hold on. Let me look. Let me look. So, Drumshambo. So I got my buddy he's from Egypt, but he married an Irish lass, and yeah, they live up in Northern Ireland. They have a beautiful little daughter. But yeah, they were people that I met while I was living overseas, and they were just so incredibly nice. Uh, miss them. I do miss them. Okay, so that's it of the USA Today. Here's a big one for the Marine Corps. Two commanders in Marine Corps West Coast Infantry School fired on the same day. This is not going to let us read the whole article, though. Uh, Two commanders, Seth S.W. McCutcheon, the commander of the Infantry West uh, Cold Air. I'll look up real quick. Cork. Beginning of it looks like cork, like you were trying to write cork. Marine Corps relieved two commanders lost trust and confidence in their ability to execute the responsibilities of their commands, according to a statement. Now, here's why this is significant. Okay. So the one was SOI West, and the other one was commander of Recon Training Company. Here's why this is significant. These two were on track to be a general. These are two very high profile commands. Pretty much, if you're looking to stay in to the Marine Corps and you become a commander of these, you're on track. They think you're going to be a general. So the fact that these two were relieved is very significant. Major Nicholas Engel, commander of the Recon Training Company, both relieved March 8th by Brigadier General Farrell Sullivan. Both units are out of Camp Pendleton. Are they hinting at all as to what it was about? Spokesman for the service would not specifically say why the firings occurred. Okay, yeah, they rarely do. Sometimes they do. If it's something public, they will. Here we go. Okay, here's where we get into it. The relief of McCutcheon comes months after the school's top enlisted leader was also relieved, again for loss of trust and confidence. The Marine Corps did not disclose why Sergeant Major Stephen Burkett, known as Sergeant Major Kettlebell for his athletic accomplishments, was fired, though Burkett was fired by McCutcheon himself in July. That's why. So that would have been something very, very serious. Very serious. You don't have sergeant majors fired by their commanders, but I'll tell you what happened. What likely happened is that sergeant major did something that warranted firing. It brought a lot of attention, so he got fired. But whatever the attention was, it wasn't. This would have been a command climate thing. So it means that it was something other people were doing, or other people were doing other wrongdoing, and this exposed it. So the SOI firings were unrelated to Burkett's relief, specifically tied to that individual. Last year on the East Coast, 3 top leaders of the Marine Corps, were relieved of their positions. That's they try to relate that stuff, but it's usually unrelated. So, okay. We talked about the Ohio yesterday. Uh, okay. Extraordinary levels of forever chemicals in wildlife near New Mexico base. Would that be White Sands? Unexpectedly high levels of cancer causing chemicals in birds and rodents around the artificial lake and wetlands near Holloman Air Force Base, which had discharged contaminated wastewater in that area for decades. Again, more of the government effing you people over. The government does not care about you. That's people who talk about these politicians and stuff. They need to realize the government does not give a f about you. So where's the EPA? Okay, the EPA who wants to fine people for um, rerouting ditches. Literally, that was an EPA case that went to the Supreme Court last year, and the EPA lost. Um, so they tried saying it was a navigable waterway of the U.S., which is what they have jurisdiction over. Yeah, whatever. You're full of shit. Uh, where's the EPA on this? Why are they not fining the DoD or the Air Force? To put that in context, Clovis, a dairy farm, had to euthanize 3,000 cows because they had 6 parts per billion of PFAS in their milk. Oh my God. This is an emergency situation. Okay. Okay. So this is one of those that, okay, I will probably be emailing this story and highlighting this. This is ridiculous. I'll probably be sending it to uh, lots of people in, lots of elected leaders in New Mexico. I'm sure they're aware, but still, like, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, people. JFK's funeral was the only state burial in the U.S. history to feature a foreign military unit. Was that because of the okay? Was that because of the his boat that he in World War II that he was stuck on? Where they where he was floating adrift with his sailors. St. Matthew's Cathedral, North John. Okay, well, if you didn't, you didn't get it enough, so I'm not even gonna. There's no interest there if you can't put it in the lead. Yeah, I talked about this on Twitter. Duty, honor, and commitment, I believe, were the 3 they took out of West Point's thing. I mean, it's stupid. It's completely stupid. Okay. Yeah, all this don't really care about. Marine receives Rare Heroism Award for saving victim shot 23 times. Okay. Outside of a bar in Honolulu. Saw 2 men with guns outside. He dashed towards them. His actions that night saved the life of a man who had been shot 23 times. I bet you that guy's happy that Marine was there. I said now 25. Decided to become Marine when he was 18. Turned down a full ride to Ohio State University. Okay, what did he get a full ride to? Was he just smart? ISA was serving with 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines. Okay. Walked into a Waikiki neighborhood bar in Honolulu in search of a bathroom. Only there a few minutes. Saw the gunman. Thought they were trying to enter the bar. He rushed towards the pair, pushing a few people behind a table to cover them as he went. Yep, Marines, we run towards the gunfire. He realized shooters were targeting someone on the sidewalk. Felt like I was on a range. Gunman escaped, but one of them sporadically was shooting back at the victim as he ran away. Marine exposed himself to fire to attend to the victim. What type of award did they give this guy? If they gave him a NAM, this is bullshit. Immediately. Again, this is something that I would send an email over. And if you hear my phone, I've got people messaging me. So if sorry, I do have it on vibrate. Um, okay, told his first round there had been shooting. Gave a few details. 3 Marine officers happened to have been at the bar and witnessed his actions. Informed his command. Uh, his tremendous courage. Okay, yeah, but what type of award did you give him? ISA received the Navy Marine Corps Medal from Navy Captain Michael Puffer. Okay, Navy Marine Corps Medal. Um, good, good. That's the thing. Yeah, he absolutely deserved recognition for that. So good on him. Marine jumping into action. Uh, VA says so. My one friend who posts online as the military housing slumlord. I'm gonna send this story if she probably already has it actually. VA sets new goal of housing 41,000 veterans in 2024. Yeah, how about you give us the land in friggin' LA back, the one that you allowed USC and Brentwood to build dormitories on. That was donated over 100 years ago for a soldiers and sailors home. There's a lawsuit about that. But yeah, all these homeless veterans in LA, they already had land donated to build a home to shelter them, and yeah, they're instead leasing it out to various schools, privileged schools too. Total BS. USC can afford to build dorms. Brentwood can afford to build. There's more than enough rich people that should donate their freaking land. They don't need ours. Veteran Affairs leaders promised a full review of their housing assistance staffing levels. Increased number of veterans experiencing homelessness. Total number of veterans without reliable housing rose to 7%, 22 to 23, first such increase in 6 years. Yeah, those numbers are always bullshit. It's whatever the VA wants to accept. 41,000 veteran goal includes a pledge to each individual permanent non-transitional housing programs. Set a target of 38,000, but reported in January it actually assisted more veterans, 46,000. Okay. So okay, it's a goal. Whatever, we'll see. We'll see what type of crap they throw us into. That's the thing. They'll throw us into stuff that they'll throw us into housing that would be condemned anywhere else. Visas are urgently needed for Afghans who aided U.S. Well, if they aided us and they're friends, yeah, we should be giving them visas. They should be front of the line before anyone else. How the bear? Who cares? So that's military times. Let's go to Stars and Stripes. A lot of the same stuff. Construction site. Eisenhower, second oldest. Aircraft carrier in the fleet stay in service till the 2030s. Okay. Well, that's nuclear navy. That's what we designed it to be. Austin headed to Germany. Brigade's first all-female airborne operation. Okay. So women jumping. Okay. Northeastern town of Vajont. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. I feel lucky to have this as my last jump. I have a bunch of supportive women alongside me, said Flea's a member of the 54th Engineer Battalion, stationed at Caserma del Din in Vicenza. Vicenza, I think, is actually how it should be. I never took Italian. Oh, god damn it, with these freaking ads. Like, just put them on the side. At least they're not putting their stuff behind a firewall, I will say. We've already talked about these stories. Okay, so nothing too big here. I do want to look up that video. So here, we'll go to Google. Okay, so Meigs County. See, let's see this story. Okay. All right. So this is the story that was discussed before. So, sheriff's deputy and a woman he arrested have both been found dead after officials say the officer accidentally drove his patrol car into the Tennessee River. Uh, Robert J. Leonard, a deputy with Meigs County Sheriff, made a radio call Wednesday saying he was returning with the local jail with someone he had arrested. Uh, District Attorney Russell Johnson said at a Thursday news conference after making the call, Leonard didn't respond to a status check from dispatchers. Deputy made one last radio call saying water shortly after sending his wife a text message about telling her about the arrest. Dive team found Leonard's vehicle in the river during a search along a bridge. The vehicle was removed. Investigators found the body of Tabitha Smith, the woman Leonard had arrested, covered in mud in the back seat. Driver's seat was empty. Believes the deaths were accidental. Explained the deputy wasn't familiar with the area. We're operating on the theory that this was an accident. He missed the turn. Okay, well, just because you missed the turn doesn't mean you end up in the water. How did he end up in the water? There's some skid marks, scratch marks. So he was going too fast. Okay. Scratch marks. That mean, wow, that woman. There's medication. He was on the brakes. So it sounds like, it's an unfortunate accident. But this was, okay, when this was posed to me in the chat, this was posed as there was breaks in the time. Like there's something about the timeline that just doesn't add up. Theodore says, I work with homeless veterans office. Also, the biggest obstacle for them is an address. They can have disability benefits, but can't receive them without a bank account, which they can't get without an address. Absolutely. That's the other thing. Yeah. And for veterans who live in RVs and stuff like that, if they can put a soldiers and sailors home and just have some way to collect mail, yeah, there's ways of doing that. That's also a way of family members being able to check up on, those veterans of, if they're out on the streets into drugs and stuff, you don't know where they're at, but you can at least check and be like, hey, can you just tell me, is so-and-so actively picking up their mail? I don't think that that's any type of breach of privacy for anyone, just to be like, hey, are they getting their mail? That's all I want to know. Are they actively picking it up and getting it? If not, I need to find out if they're in, some type of emergency situation. That's a really great way to keep tabs on them. So yeah, you're absolutely right. That's another thing, if the VA was doing that, I would have no problem. But instead, the VA tries to do everything that every other part of, they have hospitals. Well, Health and Human Services has hospitals. So why is the VA doing what another agency of the federal government is doing? Why are we splitting this money? Let Health and Human Services have the hospitals. There should be VA reps and VA, like people who do the VA claims working at the hospital to be like, okay, well, is this veteran, what's wrong with them? Are they getting these treatments? That type of thing. They should be advocating for us, helping us. I just realized that on this one, the chat capture needs moved over a little bit so you guys can see all of the comment. There we go. So there's that fixed. So yeah, that's what these are the things the VA should be doing. Kind of like how we do VA housing. You still go out and you find lenders. The VA just verifies, yep, this is a veteran. Here's how much they qualify for to buy a house. That's all the VA should be doing. She was a happy person. Back to the story, sorry. Friends remembered her as a happy and outgoing 35-year-old mother who often went by Tabby. She was a happy person, outgoing. She loved life. Cannot imagine being trapped knowing my life was going to end. There's no safety button that the cops can push to unlock? What was going on with that? So that's that story. So we're gonna back out of here. Let's see if CBS has anything new. Showed enforcement vehicles and vehicles with their lights driving down a darkened road. Okay. So, okay, where's the video footage? Might have to request that. Some of these local places, even if they have open records laws, they put exorbitant prices on on some of these open records though. I've already experienced that. Johnson confirmed a woman's body that was handcuffed was recovered in the vehicle. Officials believe that Leonard might have turned his vehicle into the river. Um, you know, you that just reminded me of something. So there's a place that I'm following now. I'm gonna see if they're good. They're called the Oversight Project on Twitter. Uh, so okay, this is through heritage.org. So they have their oversight project. I'm following them there, if you can see that. So that's them. They're doing things like looking up FOIA requests and stuff. So we'll see if they're pretty good. I might try to reach out to them and see if any of their people will do any type of contact. Did my video freeze? It looks like my video may have frozen. Let me see if I can turn it off and that on. That's no, okay. Boom. Can you guys, is things not moving for me? Let me know. Stream of services, you are which? Yeah, that's the VA badly needs, so many parts of our government badly need reform. The judicial branch needs complete reform. The VA absolutely is doing the wrong thing as part of its mission. That needs reform. So, you know, I'd like to see some of this stuff um, changed. So the only question, so if this happened while it was dark out, I get it, but well, that's not going to be the video. So if it was dark out, is that why? Why was he going so fast that he drove into a river? Because that right there. And is he going to be arrested for involuntary manslaughter? I He absolutely should. So yeah, we'll have to follow up on that story. I'll do a deep dive on it myself, looking into stuff. Um, but yeah, I do want to finish up the stream right now because I do have to get some stuff done today. I can't spend all day on the camera as much as you guys love seeing my beautiful, beautiful face. Yeah, and it does look like my video froze. So um, let's see if I can fix this. I don't know why. Oh, wait, no, cancel. That's the wrong thing. Um, I might have to switch. Okay, bear with me for a second here. There we go. Fixed it. I fixed it.
Are you really retarded?
Yes, I am. All right. So make sure you guys are going to veterannationfoundation.com. Support us with purchasing some of our merchandise. Everything that you purchase on there uh, does help us help veterans. Make sure you're hitting the like button of this. Thank you for all of the comments because without you guys, I couldn't do this stuff, and your support is key. I got a bunch of people watching on Twitter, and I never get the Twitter messages. Are you guys giving me Twitter messages? If you are watching on Twitter, please hit retweet for me. I do appreciate that if you do that. Um, I don't know if I'll be on this weekend. I'll try to get some content out. I do have a couple videos I've been editing. One is an interview, and I really do apologize. It just takes. There were so many technical problems. There's so many cuts I got to do and make sure the transitions work good, so that way you get a polished video, not crap. So I will be doing that. Hopefully, we get some word that Lynette and John, uh, or yeah, Lynette and Crook. Hopefully, they'll be arrested today. Um, I still can't believe they haven't arrested Rat in the What the Hell's case. That is just ridiculous to me. I'm trying to think, what are the other big things that we've been discussing? Oh, if you know of anyone that has a graphics, or you know of any businesses that have a graphics like iPad or tablet or something, they want to donate it to a Marine. I got a Marine who's an artist who could absolutely benefit. He's not allowed to solicit. He didn't ask me for this. We just had a discussion yesterday about his art. I asked him if he was doing anything like that. He said he couldn't afford a tablet. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try to do this for him. So don't think that, he's out there begging or anything. I said I would do this for him, and I would happily put people in direct contact if they reach out to me, Veteran Nation at protonmail.com. As always, you can reach out to me. My DMs on Twitter and on Instagram are both open. I'm on Twitter, I'm at Real Vet Nation. On Instagram, I'm at Vet Nation Show. So that's where you guys can find me. You can also join our Facebook group. I do respond in there. You just have to tag me. My Facebook I do keep private though because I do post pictures of children, uh, family members, and whatnot. So yeah, you're not gonna. If you send me a Facebook friend request, I'm not gonna accept it unless I personally know you. Uh, Sorry, that's just the way it is. I don't want any creepers on my. But if you want to join any of the groups that I'm in, for instance, I'm in the Otter Creek, the Shady Bunch. You can you know join Veteran Nation Facebook group, tag me, and say, hey, send me an invite, and I'll happily send you that invite. I don't keep my DMs really open. You can send me one. I do try to stay on top of my Facebook Messenger stuff, but I'm not the greatest. And for some reason, Facebook puts it into someone wants to send you a message, but it doesn't add it to your notifications. So I've had people not see my message notifications for months, and I totally get it. Even if you have your Messenger open, that happens. So again, I go back to Facebook is not the greatest social media. It's got some significant problems, but Twitter, Instagram, you'll have no problem sending me a DM there. I will get the notification and I will respond in a timely manner. Yeah, thank you for joining me with the stream this morning. Appreciate having you all, and thank you, Theodore, for all the stuff that you suggested. You've got you've got good ideas. You're giving us good information in the chat. So for those of you watching on the replay, scroll through, look at some of his messages. He had some really good stuff, and maybe we can work together on some type of veteran project, or if you have something that you're working with somebody on, if I can help, if this platform can help you, let me know. I'm all about doing stuff like that. But beyond that, that's what I have going for today's show. Thank you for joining me, and as always, thank you for being worth